Hello there, welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. This time we're looking at some more housing items, in particular one that I completely missed off the list last time, but was added back in patch 5.3 itself, which is the Verdant Shelf Partition. This is actually something that you shouldn't go to a market board and purchase, because you can buy it for 3,000 gil from a housing merchant. Interestingly enough though, some of you might be completely confused where it is. Here's a housing merchant. In any of the housing districts, you'll find one of these, like the one in Mist is on the Seagaze markets. You'll find this not under the partition section, but actually under the table section, mostly because it actually comes with a table and it's classed as a tabletop item rather than a partition. It's complicated. I'm not sure why it's not listed as just a partition, probably because it comes with, you know, a tabletop shelf attached to it. You'll see here you go, look, Verdant Shelf Partition, 3,000 gil, and it says, a charming open partition with ample shelf space in the middle and overflowing planters above. So this whole, like, thing to do with the partition is that it's a slice of nature inside. It's for people who want to have a little bit of nature around their areas. Maybe you want to make a foyer with people, sort of like at a reception to a shop or something. But maybe you've gone for lots of the other housing items, which include, you know, like the Verdant partitions. What else have we got? Like the grass, Vielmeg, flower gardens, all that sort of stuff. It's a perfect accompaniment. So first, let's have a quick preview of the item, what it looks like in the actual game. Okay, so we're downstairs and we're looking at the Verdant Shelf Partition. This is what it looks like. You'll see that it's quite tall. It's reaching the ceiling of the basement of this large plot. That's obviously by design. You don't want it to only reach so far up. And it's exactly what it says on the tin. We have ourselves a white piece of wall, then separated with planters, 4 of which, as you can see, these are the usual planters you would find. You can actually get these as housing items. Then this large frame and a tabletop area here. So it looks pretty good, honestly. But what I like about this particular item in general is that you're basically combining multiple housing items, but replacing all of them, which is what? Let's see how many housing items this would be. This would be essentially 1, let's call this 1, which is a counter, 2 for the partition, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is kind of like replacing 6 items that you would usually use to make a similar decorative space, right? For a reception area or something. If you're going for. I love that because the more space, the better, really. You can run out of housing space very quickly in a large plot, in a small plot, or anything really, but especially in a large plot. It's very hard to fill spaces with things, especially when, you know, they take up so much room. You know, every single little trinket, every single one of these planters would take up one individually, you know. It's nice. It really is. So the other thing to note then, that this is a dyeable item. And of course, you'd immediately think that the white section would dye. It's actually not the case, unfortunately. As you can see, it's actually the wood itself, which is a bit of a disappointment, I think you'll agree. I was personally hoping for the white section to dye either as well or separately, but this is one of the many problems you have when you have, you know, only one dye palette, essentially. You can't alter that. But it does look good anyway. You can change it to a variety of wood effects, and of course you could obviously implement this and cover this up with housing items yourself, like some maps or something, or maybe, you know, I don't know, just cover it up in general with other items. But yeah, I'm quite impressed by this one, and for something that you can purchase from a housing merchant, it's very cool indeed. So I did say we were going to look at a user case scenario, so let's hop over to my friend Zarafiel's house, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, then here we are in Zarafiel's house. I'm not going to stay here too long because no doubt he'll capture me like all of the other cat girls he seems to capture in this house. But there you go. Here's a perfect use case scenario. That's why we wanted to be here. And as you can see, Zarafiel's even made this even cooler by adding other Verdant parts to it. So here's the old partition here, which is like the overgrowth. And then you've got these lovely planters that were built into the item. And then he's placed a Titania crest thingy from the extreme on there that you can craft, which makes it look even nicer. He's got like the vine theme as the wallpaper. Then we've got some more planters here. Look, rose planters in the background and some of the other planters. And then we've also got 2 of these massive planters at the front. which I think looks really cool. But this is a perfect use case scenario because this is what you'd expect to see when you walk through the door of someone's house. And this is I mean, this is literally exactly what I thought would be where people would use this, but it does look exceptional, I think you'll agree, and really does complement the space it's in. But yes, the biggest feature of it is not using multiple housing slot items to make something look pretty, because you can enhance them like he's done here, but you didn't need to because of how good it looks as well. I'm very impressed indeed. I would love to see more items like this in the future, personally, and yeah, the more things we can condense into just one item from 6, well, that's a win, I think, and I hope you'll agree as well. Anyway, thank you kindly for watching these videos. I know that some people like them. I know we have the furnishing preview system in the game, and that's very helpful, but sometimes it's nice to just grab an item, put it in there, spin it around, and see what you can do with it, and then show other people. So hopefully you got that from this. But yes, don't go and spend gil, go to a merchant and purchase this for 3,000 gil today. And I'll see you all next time. Much love, take it easy, and stay safe.